Hey YouTubers, I just thought before I get into things, I wanted to answer a question that has been asked on my page, one of my comments, and that was, is this what goes through your mind every time you sit down and work on a piece of art? And I can say, yes, it really is. A lot of the time it's a lot more in-depth, but it's really funny because when you explained how much work you've put into just a piece of artwork, people are just like, really? God, that's not what you think would go through someone's mind. So yeah, there's like a basis of really how I work. You come up with a range of ideas, and then you kind of refine one idea or maybe a couple, see what one really works the most, then you kind of decline the rest and focus on that one, and then you channel your visions onto that final piece, and then you kind of want to get your methods across, but also why you're creating a piece of artwork, and that's really important. Basically what I try and do is just take notes about what sort of artist I am and what I'm always trying to show. So I always know that I'm working with like a residue, and like my true ambition is to really help my viewers escape from existence or kind of just forget about society. So I always kind of try and think that, and when I'm looking at theories to kind of back up my idea, that's what I'm always kind of waiting for, to kind of see them words like break free. But this takes a lot of research. Like for the exhibition in the Minories, it took a good couple of months to really identify what sort of work I'm dealing with here, because works do change, and you know, like in another 4 years I might not be escaping, it might be about politics, which I hope it isn't. But if I just show you like how much information you have to put in through one piece of work, it'll probably make it a bit more sense. So I've got 2 sketchbooks. Basically this is just my first one about my plans and things. If I put it down a little bit. So I've got all like my sketches in here, and like the wall space that I'm working on and my installations, and then I start defining one idea, which was my panel, which obviously up there you can see. Thinking, no, this isn't going to work, I'm going to need more than this. So that's what I kind of started doing. It's not really brilliant. And then obviously I started duplicating them. And then I start looking at the quality of woods I'm using, which is going to relate to the layers. So you can see like there's obviously a lot of work, centimetres, and then my residency where I was placing the work before the exhibition. So this really helped me with trial and errors. I'm really understanding, you know, what I need, why I'm doing it, and how it's going to be portrayed. So this is really important things to really identify. And then I go on to Photoshop, seeing how big to go with the work. If I say small, if I go really big. This was my ambition, but the wall wasn't big enough. So this is like obviously my old work. Then the wall I'm working on. So that just shows you a little bit of the information. And then this book is just basically all my art experimentation. So the artists I've been inspired by, my colour mixing, which is a really big part of my work, And then I've just got documentation of my work, so really identifying what photos are important to me. So you can see obviously how much I've gone through. Also, it sounds ridiculous, but here I was actually measuring how much substance I put on, so then I know what reactions I get. So obviously this is a lot darker, and so on. If I kind of just try and flick through quickly, and then I'm identifying what colours I like, what colours I don't, and how to mix them. And then I get onto like obviously my colour palette. So this takes, you know, it doesn't seem like a lot, but this takes months of work. And how the residue is on different materials. So I'm working a lot with wood at the moment. In my residency, I talk about the textures. So it's a lot to think about. It isn't just like making the work and go, oh yes, this is art kind of thing. Which, you know, I'm sure some people do actually do. And this is Kasama's work at the Tate where I went to see. So I try and go to a lot of exhibitions as well if I can make them, because I think that's kind of really important. And so on, really. So there's quite a lot of work in here to kind of go through, as well as up there I've got three folders, a red one, a yellow one and a black one. They're basically jam-packed, and that's just for this one final piece, really. So yeah, it does take a lot of work, and that's why a lot of people don't make artwork one after one and bash them out. You know, commercial work is like that, but if you're building up to an exhibition, quite a lot of the time it does need an awful lot of planning. So I hope I've answered your question all right, and I hope I haven't gone over the top because I get really passionate. So thank you very much though, I really appreciate it. If you've got any more questions, just give me a shout. Thank you.